May mga trending ngayon sa social media na self-improvement and productivity challenge that asks netizens to intensely focus on one or more areas na gusto nilang i-develop.
Ang catch nito, magsisimula po tayo dito sa September or noon September at kailangan itong ma-accomplish bago po matapos ang taong 2025.
Ang tawag sa trending challenge na yan, mga kada, ay The Great Lock-In. Ang challenge na yan ay pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga sa Share Cave.
Akala ko 6, 7.
Oo.
Hindi ba yun?
No?
Yun lagi ko naririnig nyo yun eh. Ngayon ko lang narinig to. Kaya para po maintindihan natin kung ano ang konsepto ng The Great Lock-In at kung ito ba ay effective. Mga kasama po natin muli si Miss Novi Duquilia. Welcome back po.
Kada. Ganda-ganda ni Novi na naman.
Oo nga. Akala ko
Kayo
sa akin
din.
sa wink eh. Pinapasayo ko na siya kanina. Okay, Miss Novi, mukhang kailangan natin to dahil Oktubre na ngayon.
Yes.
At baka marami tayong mga goals at mga items sa ating to-do list na diskaril for one reason or another. Paano ba natin i-apply itong great lock-in na ito?
As of today, we have 65 days bago matapos.
65 na lang!
Kasi kahapon, remember we announced 66 days on Monday.
Oo. Galing mo doon. Your memory is fantastic.
Ano yan? Creatine.
So, Ms. Novi, paano ba natin i-apply itong The Great Lock-In para matapos natin with a big bang ang ating 2025?
Tama yung sabi ni Ms. Pia kanina, yan, na yung Great Lock-In, it refers to intense focus when it comes to self-development and goal setting.
Okay.
However, when it comes to applying it, meron tayong mga bagay na dapat tandaan. Kasi ito kasi isang fast phase na self-improvement or reinvention.
Oo.
And meron din itong drawback. At the same time, meron din siyang advantages. To apply this, kailangan, number one, aware tayo kung ano ba yung goal talaga na gusto nating i-accomplish. And we have to tone it down to limited number, let's say 1 or 2. Because
Kasi ilang buwan na lang nalalabi.
Yes. Kailangan kasi realistic and achievable yung mga isi-set natin na goals.
Tama.
Para hindi tayo ma-frustrate, ma-disappoint sa self natin. Instead na mag-improve tayo, baka ma-disappoint lang tayo.
Okay. So, 1 or 2 very realistic goals.
Yes.
Paano, for example, halimbawa, somebody who's trying to get fit, how can they make the goal? Because if you say, I want to be fit before 2025 finishes,
Yes.
that's a very vague and hard to
Yes.
measure.
Yes.
Although actionable siya. Pero
Yes.
hindi mo siya ma-measure, di ba? Kasi
True.
parang, especially kung October na, November,
nga.
December pa, marami pang kainang magaganap sa mga susunod na buwan. Paano kaya yun, Ms.
Okay.
Novi?
So, meron tayong tinatawag na smart way of setting goals.
Ayun.
Ay, gusto ko yan.
Smart way. Number one, specific, which is you mentioned nga, it's about physical fitness. That's good. Second is measurable. Kailangan, alam mo, magkano or ilang timbang mo yung dapat mong ibabawas. Hindi lang gusto mong pumayat, but ano yung weight na gusto mong mabawas sa'yo.
Okay,
And
dapat
then,
ganun ka-specific,
it should be attainable. If you have only 3 months, so you have to divide it. Example, you want to lose 6 kilograms. So divide it into small steps like 2 kilograms per month.
month.
Diba? Wag agad, dapat 6 kilograms mababa na agad, no? And then you have reasonable. Kailangan reasonable yung sineset mo na goals and then time-bound. Meron siyang limit so that meron kang projection na within this timeline, kailangan tapos na siya and you can actually plan out better kapag time-bound siya. So yun yung smart way of accomplishing goals.
Bukod sa mga physical na bagay,
Yes.
like for example, getting fit, like yung sample ni Mama P, ano ba yung mga usual goals na gustong ma-accomplish ng mga tao na ginagawa nilang The Great Lock-In Challenge? Pwede ba yan sa pagkita? Para
Yes.
kumita pa tayo ng malaking pera. Halimbawa, meron tayong goals dyan, di ba? Kasi baka may gusto kayong i-achieve sa buhay. So, teka lang, gusto ko ng kalahating milyon hanggang, ganyan.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
something like that. Okay. Pwede yan.
Generally, ina-apply to sa mga personal goals. Tama yung sinabi ni Miss Diana, like finances, well-being, or physical fitness. Those are personal goals. And then for students or Gen Zs, kadalasan, academic naman. Pag meron
Yes.
silang gustong
Yun.
ma-achieve sa school nila. And then for the working age, kagaya natin, pasok pa ba tayo sa Gen Z? At ito naman,
lang.
for professional purposes naman or career purposes. So, yun yung mga aspects sa buhay ng tao where he or she can apply yung tinatawag na the great lock-in.
Why is this more effective, Ms. Novi, than any other parang way of trying to
Achieving.
achieve something?
I wouldn't say it's more effective. Kasi meron siyang drawback. Because it is a short period and fast-paced siya na change. According to research, kapag short and fast-paced kasi na change, it creates some impact in your nervous system na nagkukos siya na you get anxious kasi tinitingnan siya ng nervous system mo as a threat because of so much pressure na you only have this limited period of time and
Correct.
you have to achieve this goal.
Yes.
The best way to set goal is actually slow and consistent na setting goal. Kasi it's more sustainable. Kapag slow and consistent, more sustainable siya because your nervous system, kailangan niya ng time kasi to adapt to the change in your pattern of behavior and also to incorporate and assimilate those new learnings. So kapag sudden, Miss Pia, parang walang time yung brain mo to process talaga yung ano ba yung mga changes sa behavior na tinatry mong i-build or yung pattern of behavior na tinatry mong establish. That's why etong great lock-in, although it's very alluring, right? Madami talagang nadodraw dito.
Yes.
But it could fade eventually.
What
na
will
Yung
be the
allure niya
signs
mag-fade.
that, halimbawa, we're trying to do this, and then yung isa sa mga kada natin, nasa great locking period nila, but nafu-frustrate na sila. So what could be one of the things
Yes.
na baka mag-give up sila dito?
Okay. Now, because it is fast-paced and short-term siya, you might end up not really accomplishing or fulfilling kung ano talaga yung gusto mong ma-achieve. And you may end up with wounded self-esteem or yung parang you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy kasi hindi ko siya nagampanan, hindi ko siya nagawa. Or you may develop this all-or-nothing thinking na kung hindi ko siya ma-perfect, might as well not do it. Okay? Or you may also end up comparing yourself with other people. Bakit sila nakaya nila itong accomplish, bakit ako hindi? So kapag may maganda ng mga senyales, it means hindi siya efficient, hindi siya healthy for you na strategy to accomplish a goal.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Yung ganun po ba, like if for example po, like kasi short term po siya, ano po ba yung mga tips na mas push na gawin yung action? Kasi meron akong alam mga kada na ginagawa ko siya para hindi ako ma-lazy or hindi
Ma-procrastinate.
ma-frustrate
Oo.
kung ano yung kailangan kong gawin. So may 5 seconds rule ako na ina-apply. So I'm not sure lang po.
Di ba para sa mga ano yun?
Pag
Sa
nalaglag ng
pagkain.
pagkain,
In-apply ko siya,
wala
Mama
pang
P.
germs.
In-apply ko
Diba?
siya, Mama P,
Sabi.
sa like sa action. Kasi mahilig akong mag-overthink or like, iisipin ko pa siya na okay, ito gagawin ko.
Okay.
Hindi ko na siya magagawa. So yung 5 seconds rule, magka-count ako sa head ko na dapat within 5 seconds, tumayo na ako at gagawin ko na siya.
That's nice.
Is that
Nice.
effective po ba, Miss
Yes,
Novi?
actually, we teach that to our clients too and patients na you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then after that, you have to stand and do your task na.
Wow, ang galing ni Via.
Yes, sa pagkain ko yun nakuha eh.
Yes.
Hindi pala sabihin ko kay Brooklyn, huwag 5 minutes. 5
5
seconds.
Haba ng 5 minutes.
Oo, grabe. Wala na siyang sinabi kung hindi 5 minutes.
Ang cute.
Yes. Another is yung sinabi ni Miss Pia, yung actionable step. That's very important. Dapat yung steps na sinusulat mo or ginagawa mo or plan mo, actionable siya, doable siya. Okay? And specific siya.
oo.
Example, you want to lose weight. O ano yung mga gagawin mo to lose weight? Specific. Pupunta ka sa gym. Ito yung mga actionable step. Kailan ka pupunta sa gym? 3 times a week ba? 4 times a week? Ganyan, no? Ilang oras ka sa gym? Ano yung routine na gagawin mo? Yun yung mga actionable steps. Very specific siya. So that's one thing, actionable step. And then another is that you have to be self-compassionate with this kind of trend. Kasi you can end up nga not really accomplishing it or not perfecting it. However, you have to be able to forgive yourself and understand na it's okay kung hindi mo siya ma-perfect. It's okay kung hindi mo siya ma-accomplish. So yung pagiging self-compassion is important na siya ng element ng great lock-in so that we won't end up wounding ourselves instead of improving ourselves.
So itong the great locking trend, paano kapag nakapag-focus ka doon sa kung ano yung locking mo,
Yes.
hindi kaya mapapabayaan natin ng mga ibang bagay dahil naka-locking tayo sa isang goal lang or dalawa?
Yeah. So yung lock-in na tinatawag na focus ka lang sa isang goal, ito yung tinatawag natin na tunnel vision. Yes. And meron siyang downside such that you may ignore other developmental needs. So for example, you're too focused on your academic goal. Gusto mo talagang maging top 1 sa class mo na yung developmental need mo for socialization, relationship, human connection, you tend to ignore it because you isolate yourself too much just to accomplish yung academic goal mo.
May ganun na ako.
Yes.
Feeling ko it's effective lang kapag yung goal mo is something that just needs to be finished.
Yes.
Halimbawa, kailangan mo
Totoo yan.
i-renew yung passport mo and then you keep putting it off.
Aha.
'Di ba? So kailangan ka mag-lock into the whole process of renewing your passport and you give yourself this particular period of time to finish it. Para after that, tapos na talaga.
Oo nga.
Yes.
Kasi if it's a matter of, let's say, staying fit or keeping fit, kahit ma-maintain mo, halimbawa, ma-achieve mo yung goal mo to lose 20 pounds in 3 months.
Oo.
After that, then what?
Oo nga.
And then
How
you
do keep
release
it
your
up?
lock-in.
Yeah.
You will gain back the weight.
Totoo yun.
So, kailangan parang, instead of just locking in for a specific period of time, yung mga ganung klaseng goals actually need sustainability.
Yes.
So you have to have a system in place so that you will always keep doing it.
Oo nga.
Yes.
Even past December
Yes.
or
I'm
January,
curious,
February.
bakit naging trend siya for a very short period at hindi isang taon? Na, 'di ba? Kasi like I would think that I have been on a great lock-in for my job.
Yeah.
Because literally, there are other areas in my life, it's not the fault of the job, it's my fault because nakafocus ako.
Yes.
So pinabayaan ko talaga mga ibang areas of my life na
Yes.
napag-isip talaga, yung mga bagay na nag-worry ako dito na gusto ko siya ayusin, it's because I'm not giving enough
Time for it.
priority to that.
Yes. As you can see, itong great lock-in is towards the end siya ng year, right? Because towards the end kasi ng taon, dun tayo nagkakaroon ng self-evaluation, self-reflection. We want to create changes. Kaya talagang fit yung great lock-in during that period of the year. However, sabi nga ni Ms. Pia, it may not be sustainable. Kaya we have to create a system that can make our growth sustainable and also balance it, such as we should not ignore other developmental needs natin. And yung goal setting, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. With progress, nandun yung sustainability. But if you seek for perfection, once you perfected the goal, then what's next?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
if you want progress lang, you are able to build a certain pattern of behavior, then that is more sustainable than seeking for perfection.
So ano yung blueprint?
Siguro dapat
Miss Novi?
task oriented siya. Oo, so I have to yung merong katapusan talaga. Na kailangan mo lang talaga siyang tapusin. So you just
Na-achievable.
to put all your concentration, all your resources para matapos na to kasi it's been in the back burner tapos pinaprocrastinate mo.
I did that recently. I had to pay this tax for immigration that I pay it because I'm a immigrant here. So, yearly siya nagbabayad. And then, nilalet go ko siya for a while. Alam ko, ma-penalty ako doon. So, I did that. And then one day, sabi ko, kailangan ko siya tapusin this week. As in, talagang, talaga ako. Like, sabi ko, I have to go to the immigrations doon sa Intramuros, ganyan. Alam mo, sa sobrang galing na nakalocking talaga ako dyan, ang bilis, the moment I decided to do it, nahanap ako ng paraan na online lang pala pwede. Kasi di ba, kinuwento ko dito na ang high-tech na pala ng Pilipinas. Like, everything is like RFID lang. Alam mo yon. Even sa pagpasok ngayon, sa airport, like kahapon, di ba, I was in Singapore noong isang araw. Ang pagpasok ko, since foreigner pa, I will be a Filipino soon. Anyway, since nasa foreigner line ako, ang haba ng line namin. Tapos, ingit ako sa mga Pinoy. Electronic lang. Sabi ko, sana all Pinoy. Sabi ko, ano to? Kasi yung bilis. So anyway,
I'm happy to know that.
yeah, it's like that now. Thank you.
Kasi every time we travel elsewhere, tayo yung matagal yung...
Yeah, oo. Now it's
At
like
least
that
dito
here.
sa sarili nating bansa, meron palang express.
Pagbalik, oo, may express na. So yun, so what I did, I locked myself in one day. And in a matter of like 2 hours, natapos ko na siya. So kaya, di ba? So kaya talaga. So nagagawa na pala natin na hindi natin namamalayan na may trend.
Yes.
Di ba?
Pinakalanan lang
Sumikat na kasi
talaga.
siya now.
Oo, it's just a matter of talagang focusing on what you have to finish
Yes.
and stop putting it off.
And then
diba?
pagdating ng January, magbabago na naman yun kasi
Plano.
meron tayong mga gustong i-achieve for this year.
Yes. Yes.
Kaya ano, Miss Novi, ang mas reasonable, mas practical na advice na ibibigay mo sa ating mga kada, especially now that we're nearing the end of the year so that they will finish what they need to finish?
Now, the best way to create behavioral changes is yung tinatawag natin na slow and consistent na change so that your nervous system or your brain still have time to adopt and incorporate yung mga learnings, and in that way, mas long-term yung learning and yung behavioral pattern na na-establish po natin.
Yun. Kaya makinig na lang kayo kay Miss Novi dahil inaral niya to.
Yes.
Hindi natin alam kung sino man nag-upa-umpisa nito.
Itong trend na
The
to,
great
no?
lock-in.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Miss Novi.
Thank you po for sharing your knowledge with us tungkol sa trend na ito na The Great Lock-In Challenge na gagawin po natin yan until 2025 is finished. di ba,
Yes.
mga
At sa for consultations po, saan ka ba pwede nila i-follow?
For consultations, you may follow us on Facebook at Duquilia Psychological Services and then on my social media accounts at Novi Duquilia.
Maraming salamat, Miss Novi at mga kada. Kung gagawin po natin ang The Great Lock-In Challenge, make sure that we are doing it for the right reasons. Hindi po dahil trending lang ito, kaya makikisabay tayo.
Yes, with or without this challenge, like we were speaking here about this, we can lock in and focus mga kada sa mga bagay na gusto po nating i-accomplish sa buhay.
Tama. At ang kailangan lang dyan mga kada ay disiplina, commitment at tiyaga talaga para magawa ito. Kaya
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.